What's going on, guys? Bank Robber Games here, more Fallout 3, Interplay 2 Wastelands. And last episode when we left off, we finally completed the Wasteland Survival Guide and got our way to the end of that, completing that quest, which is quite cool. It's another thing crossed off the list, but I recommend going back and watching that if you haven't seen it, because I also showed off a way that you can earn a lot of caps in Fallout 3 and even more in a Tale of Two Wastelands. But in between episodes, I did have a look through our inventory and completely cleared it out basically of anything that we didn't need or weren't using, and sold as much stuff as we could. So we have got a lot more caps. I've also reduced down our inventory to just a few sort of essential items. We got a 10mm combat pistol, which we picked up last episode and didn't get to use, and this is added from a mod. So I've got that as our sort of main weapon. Got a broad machete for melee weapon, lever action shotgun because it's good to have a shotgun, reservist rifle for any long range targets, and then a shovel for digging in graves. And that's because we are actually going to be starting a DLC this episode, and that will be the Pitt DLC, which is really cool. And we want to limit the amount of stuff on our character for entering the DLC to allow us to take as much as possible out of the DLC, and you will see what I mean as we get into it. We have also changed our apparel for that reason, and got the regulator duster and the sheriff's hat on, so we're looking pretty cool. And then using our weapon mod vendor, Pip-Boy weapon mod vendor, I did also purchase all the mods for the 10mm combat pistol. So that is the heavy frame, increasing the durability, extended mags, increasing the ammunition capacity, and the laser sight, which decreases the spread. And it should add a laser sight effect, but for whatever reason that isn't properly working on the 10mm pistols added by this mod. But anyway, enough of that. To start the DLC, we're going to want to head over to anywhere near this train tunnel. Got the map marker 4. And because I do have the delay the DLC mod installed,
Kill that son of a bitch.
it means that we need to get a little bit closer in order to start the DLC and get the quest added to our inventory.
Another glorious day in the U.S. Army.
And when you get close to the train tunnel, you will get the awareness distress signal radio.
To anyone who can hear me, my name is Werner. I come from a settlement to the north. I have information of great value to anyone willing to help me free my people. Please, help us. This message repeats. To anyone who can hear me, my name is Werner. I come from a settlement to the north. I have information of great value to anyone willing to help me free my people. Please, help us. This message repeats. To anyone who can hear me.
Quite a short message there. Obviously starts the quest into the pit. You need to be careful of these satellite towers here. See, there's raiders. It's pretty cool. Right near the edge of the map here. As we come up this hill, there'll be a group of raiders attacking this Werner character.
Thank you for your help with those guys. They finally tracked me down. I thought I'd have more time. You've come about the broadcast, right? Risky, I know. But it had to be done. So you know who I am. Who are you?
You might notice on this guy's arms, veins are not looking too healthy. And that'll sort of come into play later, maybe.
Well now, a hero. Look at you. I come from a place far to the northwest. It's called the Pitt. It's, well, let's be honest. The place is a nightmare. Radiation, mutation, disease. But the worst of it, my people, some of the only survivors, are slaves. No big deal, you're thinking? It's a rough world, but I have a chance to free them. All I need is an outsider's help before that chance is gone. Yeah, that's why these guys were after me. As long as I know about the cure, I'm a threat. So I ran. And you can be damn sure there'll be more of them coming. The Pit's a mess. Nearly everyone who lives there is either sick, dying, or worse. It's the water. And the air, you can't escape it. You stay there a few years, and no matter what, it'll get you. But the bastards who have my people, they found a way to cure it. And once they have that cure perfected, we don't stand a chance. So we need the cure to bargain for our freedom. Well, you might try a disguise. They probably won't let some random armed waster pass the gates. But if you look like one of the working stiffs, you should be able to slip in with no problem. Lucky for us, a group of slavers is nearby waiting to make a sale. You should be able to get one off of them. They're off to the west, near the tunnel that leads to the pit. That should be our first move. Okay, you go get the outfit. I'll stay here and meet up with you when it's done. I'll meet you up by the tunnel that leads to the pit. You go get whatever you'll need for the trip. You won't be coming back here for a while, so keep that in mind.
Seems like we gave him some much needed help. Sure to get our loot here before moving on. And also, if you have the Them's Good Eating perk that puts thin red paste and blood sausage on enemies that you take out, that can potentially come in quite handy in the Pit DLC because it can be quite tough.
Hold it right there, pal. You're giving me everything you own. Now.
Nice to get a random event here.
All right. I wasn't gonna shoot you. Damn gun's out of shells anyway. Look, this is embarrassing. I'm just gonna go, okay?
Seems like there's multiple ways we could have dealt with him. Managed to make it out peacefully, which is a little bit unusual in the Wasteland. I think we're going to need something a little bit stronger. I'm not sure if that robot is a guaranteed spawn, but it does seem like I run into him a lot of the time coming this way to the Pit DLC from that radio tower. So do bear that in mind. It might even be worth trying to blow up the cars when he's still sort of hiding up in the corner here. Get some damage off on him before he's a threat to you. So here we have these slavers,
You got a problem?
and you can talk to one of them.
Hey, are you the guy from the pit?
And you do have the option to buy one of the slaves. and get access to an outfit that way.
Damn right. Piss.
Or, seeing as they're slaves, or slavers rather, we can just do the sort of right thing in the Wastelands. Take them out. Seems like we missed all our shots on this slaver here. Thanks to the Grim Reaper sprint perk, we have access to VATs. Don't know if that guy was having second thoughts. But that does give us quite a bit of karma as well, which is good. Then make sure to visit Ramsey and get the slave pen key. Rated 10mm SMG on him, which is quite nice. We're not going to worry about picking that up though, because we're not really going to be able to use it.
Oh my God! You killed them! Are you real? You're here to save us? Where are we going?
So we do have the first option here. I'm not taking you anywhere, but I need your clothes now. If you pick this, you will actually lose karma because you're taking this guy's clothes and he hasn't really got anything. So be careful not to pick that if you're trying to be a good character. But if you want to keep your karma sort of unaffected, then make sure to pick this option.
Wait, we're free? You're serious? You killed them and we're just free to go? You're either the kindest person in the world or the dumbest. Either way, thank you. I can help you. It's the least I can do. What is it that you need?
So again, you do have the option to take his clothes. This will lose you karma.
That guy over there on the mattress died last night. I never did get his name. If you don't mind the smell, you can just take his. We will. Thank you again, stranger. We owe you our lives.
And then we can pick up the tattered slave outfit. See, this guy isn't looking too great.
Sir, searching for targets.
Obviously something to do with the pit.
All right, you got a disguise. Good, good. We're ready to head out. I'll meet you up by the tunnel that leads to the pit. You go get whatever you'll need for the trip. Whatever you say, hero. Just don't take too long. We need to get started. This ain't a short trip.
So after taking out those slavers, one conveniently reappears. So now we're heading into the DLC proper now. That is just a little introduction. And before leaving, usually you get this message. And it's just saying about travelling towards the pit. And the important thing is, and you won't be able to return until your business there is concluded. So if you don't want to start the pit DLC, do not select that option and wait until you want to come back later. But we are going to travel to the pit. The game does make a new hard save, so if you sort of regret your decision to go to the pit and want to return, you can reload that save. We do have to go along, so our 3 has left us, and he'll be waiting outside Canterbury Commons, which is a location that we'll visit soon anyway, and we'll be able to pick him up again.
Hang on, someone's coming. Let me do the talking. Hey, what are you guys doing here?
I might ask you the same thing. You got a lot of guts coming back to this place, Werner.
Yeah? Well, I guess that's the difference between us. I have a lot of guts. You don't.
No guts? What do you mean? Fuck! I'm gonna bury
Didn't realise we deselected our combat pistol there.
Here come more of them. Watch out. Oh my god.
Werner's got a scope 44 Magnum, so he's actually pretty powerful. And as always, got to make sure to loot these guys. There are stairs there at the back you can go up. Pretty sure this guy had a grenade launcher. That's what those explosions were. So definitely need to be careful of him. Good to know that he does have a chance to spawn with a heavier weapon. There's another 10mm pistol here, added by the 10mm mod that we're using. I've mentioned a couple of times and showed off a little bit at the start of the video, I think. It might be the start of last episode. Sort out the sights here a little bit. Not quite sure why they're so wonky. But yeah, it shoots much faster, which is really cool. And the cylinder actually moves as well. Be cool to show this off a little bit more, but we're not going to get much chance. But I'll make sure that after we finish the DLC, we'll use it.
We've got to keep moving. There's no time.
Let's see what mods it comes with as well. We've got the auto-loading scope. Nice to know that the image isn't found, and I'm guessing that image is added by the Pip-Boy icon mods that we're using, but we'll see. And then there is that auto-loading stub barrel, which I picked this up when I was messing around selling all our stuff in the vendors. So that does make actually quite a lot of difference. Quite a shorter weapon, that upgrade as well. It's quite cool. See if we can repair it up a little bit. Very high damage, very high DPS as well with that higher fire rate, which is really cool. But here there is that gate and we can't actually get through it, so I recommend just waiting, seeing if one comes along and sorts himself out, but it doesn't seem like it. This might take a while. Got to love that Bethesda scripting. How are you guys doing? I mean, you enjoying this?
This is as far as I can go. It's up to you from here on out. If you dress up like a slave, you should be able to get past the gates without a problem. Once you're inside, find a slave named Medea. She'll be able to help you. Remember, your goal is to get access to Asher and find the cure. After you have it, I'll contact you. Well, you might be able to get a small gun or a knife past them if you conceal it just right. I can do that for you, but I can't promise that they won't see it and just gun you down. You want the gun or the knife?
So if you take the knife, because of the enemies that there are in the pit, I wouldn't recommend this. You can take a lot of damage being a melee build character, unless you are very heavily spec'd into the melee stat. But if you take a gun, it also means that you'll be able to get a little bit more ammo as well. And when you start the Pit DLC, a lot of the time, unless you get quite lucky, ammo is very scarce. So I'd always recommend taking the gun rather than the knife, unless you are heavily spec'd into a melee character, and also rely on VATs as well.
Okay.
So we're going to take the
There you
gun.
go. Don't take it out until you get past the gate. You clear on what you need to do? That's it. Good luck. We're counting on you.
And that adds a quest item, the concealed pistol. Yeah, it's only a 32 pistol, but it's better than nothing, considering where we're going. Around this first corner here, there are... don't know how this got messed up again. Quite awkward scope to use.
Get back, you monkeys. I got first call on the goods.
From my experience though, these guys always tend to be a very low level. So if you are running low on health after you take them out, I'd recommend sleeping in the beds here. Seems like there's a few quirks with this 10mm mod. The eyesight's getting messed up there. It's a bit of a shame. I think the weapon looks fantastic. But other than that, as far as I'm aware, there isn't really any notable loot here.
Fresh blood.
I don't know what that 360 was. Obviously got up and felt like dancing. Here is sign. Welcome us into the pit. But as we cross this bridge, unless you've got the light foot or light step perk, I think it is, you do need to be careful. There are a lot of frag mines that you can pick up and obviously sell at a later date. There's also mole rats and wild dogs, and you want to be careful because these guys will tend to activate the mines and like the vehicles. I'm not quite sure why the aiming position of this keeps getting messed up. But you do need to be careful because there is a raider with a sniper rifle at the top of the bridge. See if taking the scope off helps any. I think it looks cool without the scope, to be fair. You might notice there the amount of radiation we picked up in a very short space of time. That's going to be a theme throughout the entirety of the Pitt DLC, really. Come out. There are these slaves trying to escape. Now here we have quite a cool option. If we don't change our clothing, we can ask to join and we'll get beaten up when we enter the pit, and I am going to try and show that off. But I would recommend putting on the tattered slave outfit, then that way you don't get that sort of intro to the DLC. Doesn't really change things in the long run, but I will show off both options for you guys. So I'm just going to make a quick save here that we can make later on.
Glad that's over.
Pretty sure normally they call out to open the gate for you as well.
I love it. Another slave wanted back here, huh? What's wrong? Couldn't get over the bridge? You're lucky I don't fucking paste you. Why I should... Wait, what the... Now would you look at this? Where'd you get all this shit anyway? Whatever. Mine now. Thanks, Scab. I hit the jackpot today. Now get back in there and get to work. Or next time I'll just stake you out there for the drugs.
So here we lose all our stuff. We don't have access to it until later on in the DLC. And we also got given that 32 pistol. The concealed pistol got turned into the weapon for us, along with a little bit of ammo. It's not great condition, but we will be able to repair it very soon. And then that is one intro to the DLC. Here we just spawn in. I'm gonna show off sort of alternative entrance to the DLC while keeping on our regulator uniform.
Should've messed with me.
You ain't one of us. And you don't look like one of those slaves that run off. So who the fuck are you? Answer fast, stranger, before I make you very, very dead.
This guy's obviously tweaking out a little bit on something. And then if you pick this option here, I heard you have a good thing going on here. I've come to join up with you.
Is that so? Well, since we're hiring, you can just head right on in and fill out a fucking application. I'll let them know that you're coming. They'll take good care of you once you get inside.
There was that other option saying I am death. I'm not actually sure how that affects the DLC and if you just end up taking everyone out and sort of skip the DLC.
Oh, hey! Look at this, fellas. It's the new recruit. Well, newbie, old Mex lied to you. The only thing we're hiring is slaves. So, now's the part where we fuck you up. Take everything you own and put your sorry ass to work. Good luck! Get him, boys! Shit! Ow! Fuck! That's enough. Get his stuff. Come on, hurry! Hey, put that down. That's mine. Okay, got everything? Let's get out of here. Fucker!
Right.
Relax. They messed you up pretty bad. Take it easy. Don't move too quickly. Come on. Sit up now.
What were you thinking trying to sneak in here like that? These guards are smarter than you think. I thought Werner said you were supposed to be clever. Whatever, it doesn't matter. You're here now, and you look like one of us. So that's good. But we can't talk out in the open like this. Meet me in my house as soon as you get yourself together. We'll talk there.
So if we do decide to enter the pit that way, it does also mean that we immediately find where Midia is, and we know exactly where she is, which makes it a little bit easier to start the DLC. But ultimately it has the same effect. You know, you lose all your stuff, and this is where we entered. So you start in the same location as well.
Your friends are dead. You're next if you don't talk. You helped them escape. I know it. We can do this the easy way, or the I'd break you in fucking half way. Your choice.
Real tough guy.
Have it your way. Fucking talk, you piece of shit.
Absolutely brutal. I didn't actually know that that was a sort of event that could happen. But yeah, pretty cool. But now we have made it into the DLC proper, similar to the Anchorage DLC. I'm going to wrap this first episode up here, and then next episode we'll get in the DLC sort of proper, and it's quite a short DLC, so it shouldn't take us too long to get through it, and I'll make sure to show everything off the DLC has to offer for you guys. But thank you very much for watching. Hope you guys have enjoyed this first episode, even though I know it has been a little bit of a slower one. But if you have enjoyed the episode and look forward to the rest of the series and seeing what the rest of the DLC has to offer, then make sure to like and subscribe for more, and then that way you won't miss out on anything. Also, any mods that I've mentioned throughout the video will be linked down in the description below, and then that way you guys can try them out and test them out for yourself. But thanks again for watching, always appreciate having you guys here, and I'll catch you guys in the next episode.